Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. With 4th of July being only a few days away, I wanted to do a look for you all, doing a 4th of July bright, colorful look. And if you guys want to see how to get this look that I have on today, then keep watching the video for my tutorial. Alright guys, so I'm going to be starting out by priming my eyelids, and I'm going to be using the new Anastasia Beverly Hills eyelid primer, and then just patting that on my eyes, and this is going to be a first impression of the primer because I have not tried it before. So when I prime my eyelids, I usually just pat it in with my finger, and then I'll set it with a sponge. Okay, I think I used way too much because it is thick. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to be doing while the eyelids are still a little bit tacky from the primer is I'm going to be taking this red from the Life is Colorful, Make Life Colorful palette from Morphe, and I'm just going to be packing that on to the crease of my eyelid. So the reason why I like to apply a bright shade into my lid before the eyelid primer is dried or before I set it or anything is because I feel like the pigment sticks better to a tacky lid than one that is already dried down. And I almost forgot, I'm going to be putting a star on the inner corner of my lid, and I want the shadow to kind of go over it, so that way at the end of my look I'm going to peel the star off, and then it'll leave like a little star shape to make it more 4th of July looking. Okay, so once you have the shape you basically want with that red shade, then you're going to take a kind of like a neutral color, one that's close to your skin tone, and you're going to set your upper part of your lid with that, so that way when you're buffing it out it's not sticking weird to the base. So I'm just going to take like a white because I don't have anything else right now, and just setting the spot where we did have that eyelid primer, and then that way it'll blend out nicer. Okay, so now that both of the eyes have the red in the crease and then the white above it, I'm going to be taking the red from the Morphe Artistry palette. So I'm going to be using that to buff out the red shadow so it looks more like a seamless blend and not just like this straight line like it is right now. And the brush that I'm going to be using to do that is the Morphe M433 brush. Alright, so now that that has been kind of blended out, I'm going to be taking a light, like a nude shade, and just going along the top so it looks a little bit more of a seamless blend. So both of the eyes have now been blended out, and I just want to point out a couple of things. When you guys are blending out your eyeshadow looks, whether it's a colorful look, an everyday look, whatever it is, be patient with the blending, because if you just try to do it really fast or you don't blend enough, sometimes the lines look weird, and that's why people feel like they're not good enough at makeup. Just be patient, blend, make sure you're not reaching into too much of the color, and I promise you it'll turn out looking good, but just don't try to rush the process or it will not look good. Just like anything else, you have to be patient. And then the other thing is, when I am blending up a look and I do something that I want to take it up high, I don't do my eyebrows before I do my eyeshadow, because I like to be able to blend all the way up into my eyebrows, and if my eyebrows are already on, then it might mess up what I already had there. So I just do all the blending first and do the eyelid stuff first, and then I do my eyebrows after. So the next step that we're going to be doing is cutting the crease, and before we cut it, I usually like to take a Q-tip or wipe off some of the lid shade, because when I'm going to be going in with a lighter color, like for example today I'm going to be doing white for the eyelid shade, if there's already some red on there, it's going to turn out looking more pink than it will white. I'm going to be taking the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, and I just put a little plop of it on my hand. So to cut the crease, I'm going to be taking this small little e.l.f. It's a e.l.f. professional concealer brush, and I'm going to be dipping into that little bit of concealer that is on my hand and plopping it just on the lid. And this is my technique for cutting the crease because I do have the slight hooded eyes. So I just looked down for a second, and as you can see, it transferred onto the lid. So yeah, you just plop it onto the lid and then look up and then that gives you the shape that you want to do your cut crease, because then you know that it's not going to be transferring onto your lid, whatever that shade is that you want for your cut crease. It's not going to be going up there because your eyelid has already made that shape that you need naturally. Alright, so once that crease has been cut the way that you want it to, you're going to be taking whatever that lid shade is that you want to put on the crease, and I'm going to be packing it on with this Morphe M421 brush. Looks like this. It's just a really flat, dense brush, and this is great for packing on a lid shade. And then I'm just going to be putting on this white and packing that over concealer we laid down. Alright, so now that the white shade has been packed on to the lid on both sides, I'm going to be taking the white again with a small little buffing brush, and this is by Morphe, it's E36, and I'm going to be using this to kind of blend the red and the white shade together. Alright, so I've pulled the white about as far as I want to pull it, so you're going to be dipping now into that red shade, and you're going to be taking it in to kind of blend the red into the white, because right now, if you can see, it's just like a straight line and you don't want it looking like that. So this next step should be done before foundation if you're anything like me and you're a total mess when you're working with glitter. What I'm going to be taking is the NYX Glitter Glue, and then the NYX Glitter in the shade 7. It's kind of like a white glitter that has little blue specks in it, and I'm going to be applying that everywhere on my lid that I had put the white. So I'm going to put a little bit of the glitter in the cap, and then I'm going to be taking the brush, dipping that into the cap, patting it off, and adding that onto the lid. Alright, so my face makeup is on, my brows, everything is on. So if you guys would be interested in a tutorial on how I do all of that process, let me know in the comments and I will try to whip up something like that for you guys. To finish off this look, we're going to do the lower lash line, so I'll zoom you guys back in. So I'm going to start out by taking the white pencil, like jumbo pencil from NYX, and then a small tipped eyeliner brush, and going onto my lower lash line. In the waterline, I'm going to be placing this white. I'm going to set that white pencil with a white shadow just to keep it on there better. Okay, now that we have that white on the lower lash line waterline, we're going to be taking this blue, and this is by Colourpop. It's a single shadow in the shade Backstage. I'm going to be taking a small buffing brush like this one. This is the Morphe E36 brush again, and then dip into that shadow, and we'll be applying that to the lower lash line. And then take that small blending brush that we used earlier to just blend that out so it's not such a harsh blue line under there. Alright everyone, so here is the finished look. I hope you guys all enjoyed this tutorial, and if you decide to recreate this look for the 4th of July, make sure to take a picture and tag me. I would love to see your guys' recreations. And if you liked this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and I hope you guys all have a wonderful day and a very safe 4th of July. Bye!